welcome to an episode of Raised by a Monster. This is episode number 3. Thank you so much for being here. I'm so grateful you're here. And today I wanted to talk about different ways to deal and heal from narcissistic abuse. Mainly personal ways that have helped me. I wanted to say that the first step that I would say to take when you realize that you've been in a narcissistic, abusive relationship, I mean, really with anyone, but obviously finding and realizing it's your parent, your mother, that's supposed to be the loving, safe person that you're supposed to trust, is find therapy. I know a lot of people seek therapy and it doesn't work out and they give up. Well, I tried it, doesn't work, didn't help. And I highly recommend to be on the hunt, search and try different therapists. If this one isn't a good fit, someone else might be. I personally got very lucky, and years and years ago when I was looking for a therapist, I found my therapist online, and really you should probably seek someone that specializes in narcissistic abuse and trauma, and seeing everything that she specialized in, reading about where she went to school, do your research, make an appointment. I got lucky. I got the perfect and most amazing therapist on my first try. But don't give up. Keep trying. Try. The first one might not be a good fit, but keep going. Again, seek out therapy. There's lots of online options and in person. I personally do both. I have phone sessions with my therapist, and I see her in person, and it's been great. Please, if you take one thing away from this episode today, take that away, is the fact that not everyone is going to be a good fit for you. So don't give up. Another good thing that I learned is, we're busy people. Everyone's busy. We all live busy lives. Maybe you're a parent and you're raising your own children now, and you just can't find time for yourself. Totally get it. Very, very busy person. And I will have a busy day and still take 1 minute, 60 seconds, even you're in the shower, take that minute, close your eyes, do some breathing exercises, breathing in through your nose and exhaling. Please, and then imagine there's a balloon in your belly, and you blow it up, and then you deflate it, and just give those 60 seconds of gratitude. You're happy that you're alive, you're happy that your children are healthy, you're happy because you made it safely to work today. All of those little things. Take that moment. It's not a lot. I would say if you could do it 5 times a day to take 60 seconds to close your eyes and do some breathing exercises, do that. Gratitude is the key to happiness. Every self-help podcast that I've listened to, that's basically the gist of it. Being grateful for what you do have. So take those moments of breathing, find your therapist, and give yourself grace. I have learned, even physically putting my hand on my heart and telling myself, even when you have those hard times, you make mistakes, you fall short, and you're not as perfect as you want to be. Not for nothing, I am a recovering perfectionist. It's like, okay, hand on my heart, give yourself some grace. Talk back to that negative voice in your head. Yes, we have that negative voice in our heads, and for most of us, it's our mother. It's the negative voice telling you you're not enough, or criticizing you in an evil way. This is what has helped me, is talking back to that voice. I understand why you're here. Anxiety is actually a good thing. It's there to protect you. Some of us just have it higher than others. And you tell that anxiety, that voice in your head, thank you for coming, but you're good. I'm good. I don't need this right now, and I give myself grace, and you're going to be okay. Just for an example, my mother growing up was very, very particular about everything, really. But she would flip out if one of the kids would take a shower and leave the curtain open. She was very much always wanted it closed so no one sees the inside of the shower. And no big deal, right? But I mean, kids are kids. We forget. And I mean, we would get abused physically and called names, and because sometimes we'd forget to close the shower curtain. Something as simple as that. And now I've carried that into adulthood, and I always have to completely close it. My kids leave it open, I just close it. And now sometimes I do it not even thinking. It's like, let me just close this so that I can be safe and I won't be in danger. And I have to tell myself, put my hand on my heart, give myself grace. You went through a lot. You're going to be okay. You're not closing this curtain because you're not safe. You're closing this curtain simply because you can. This is your home. You're safe. No one's going to hurt you here. And you're okay. So in that moment, yes, that's just a small example of how you can utilize that, giving yourself grace and talking back to a negative voice, because you've been through a lot. If you have any amount of PTSD from being abused and neglected, it's definitely something that you need to do, is give yourself grace. So I have also found that for me personally, seeing my children laughing, seeing them safe and happy is what is helping me heal. So, sometimes I don't spend money going out to eat or getting my nails done or nothing like that. I'll do my own nails. Just little things like that I've learned, like, I can kind of not do those things, and instead I'm going to take my kids places. We're going to go on weekend trips, little vacations. We're going to do fun things. And watching them just be kids is so healing, and it brings so much joy that I'm able to give them that. And it's so important to me, mainly because I didn't have that. I wasn't really... I didn't have that opportunity, that chance to really just be a child and not have any, responsibilities and worries. I was constantly worried. I have, she's now 9. I have a 9-year-old stepdaughter and a 7-year-old son of my own that, they get along well. They love each other, definitely have their fights, but they're both very protective of each other, but since she's older, she looks out for him, like, very motherly, and she babies him. And I know a lot of it is because she sees me do it. So she will go to the water park, and my son had several ear surgeries because he was always getting infections. So for most of his life, we always had to make sure his ears were dry. Some of you might know the struggle of ear infections, and he couldn't, if we'd go swimming, he couldn't put his ears under water, or took a bath. We had to be very careful not to get water in his ears, and that's just the way it was. And we'll go to the water park, and he will come down the slide, and she'll be right there at the end with her arms open to catch him and make sure that his head did not go underwater. And I mean, that was me and my husband. We usually did that. And she's like, no, I got him. And, they came to a point where I just told her, hey, go be a kid, have fun, enjoy yourself. I got this. I can do this. I will take care of this part. I'll make sure his ears don't go under the water. She reminds me of me when I was a child. I did take on those responsibilities, and then you end up kind of neglecting your own care and your own wants, really, to take care of others. So she is a caretaker, and I love that. I give her all the props. I'm like, that's so cool. You're the best big sister. I got it. You go have fun and be a kid. It is healing seeing them just be kids. I also want to say that if you are a parent, you've probably heard someone say before, well, there's no manual on parenting. You don't get a manual with the kid. Kind of like when you buy a car, you get a manual. I highly recommend, there's a book called Raising Securely Attached Kids by Eli Harwood. It's so good, guys. It's so good. And I also think that it's the closest thing we have to a manual on raising children. So I will link that in my show notes for anyone that is interested. And also getting your body physically moving. I am in the healthcare field and see a lot of medical issues, and this mental health awareness is also a big deal, because most people don't realize that the abuse and PTSD and all of this trauma that we might have will affect you physically in so many ways. I want to do actually a whole episode on just ways that we can be physically affected. It is very good to get moving. Even if you take a short walk, the actual movement and action of your feet moving in front of each other and feeling the ground, this is something that helps with anxiety, depression, and get your blood flowing. Your blood flowing throughout your whole body is so important. Getting it pumped with your heart, not racing too fast, but your heart pumping, and your getting blood to your brain. Your whole nervous system is highly affected by this physical movement, and it doesn't have to be a lot. I'm not telling anybody to spend hours at the gym every day. We're all busy, like I said earlier, but we can find and should find a few minutes to get physically moving around a little bit. I will get up a little earlier in the morning and even have just 7 minutes of exercise and a bit of stretching, yoga. My therapist recommended some somatic yoga, which has been helpful. It's basically yoga that's just more focused on mindfulness and the mind-body connection. I know I'm sounding a little bit hippy-dippy, but I kind of am. And I'll tell you, meditating is also helpful. You got to find what works for you, because there's all types of different meditations. And if you believe in God, praying is a form of meditation, closing your eyes and speaking with God. You believe in the universe, that instead of believing in God, or maybe you believe in both, get outside if you live in an area that you can. I mean, right now I'm in Ohio. I lived in Ohio for plenty of years. And it's cold right now, and snowing. We still get outside, but not as much as we do. We try to get outside a lot in the spring, summer, and even fall. Love the fall too. Walking my dog. I will do that a lot. Even if it's like, I forget to get moving today, I will put my dog on the leash and take a little walk, even if it's just a couple minutes. My kids love that. We are blessed to live in a great neighborhood, great neighbors, and right by a church with this huge, huge open parking lot that they love to run in. And we just take walks as a family sometimes, and sometimes it's like a little date night for me and my husband to just go walk and let the kids run around. So, I also want to say that I have, recently we got a new dog. He's about 1-year-old puppy, and, I'd say animals are a huge healing therapy tool. It's like, I have 2 dogs and I love them both, but this puppy is, I don't know, something special about him. He has licked my tears, and it's almost like he really knows if something's wrong. He's just right by me. He's just the best and really good with the kids and the sweetest dog, and I don't know, he's just very special. And my therapist is like, no wonder you want a puppy. He has been helpful, and obviously not everyone can just go out and get a dog, but there's something to be said with pets, and it's not just dogs really. There's I personally cannot have a cat because I'm allergic, but I love those too. I will still pet them and love on them, and then just have to sneeze a lot later because they're just, I love it all. So I also have, looking at my notes, if you still have the narcissist in your life, I feel for you, so do I. My mother is still in my life. I am actually the only person she will talk to. So it's a lot of work, and it's hard. But now her mental illness is just gotten worse, and her memory's gotten worse, and now she is diagnosed with dementia. And her behaviors are just so, you can't really know when she's going to be up or down, or how she's going to be feeling. So I've made the decision to basically, I created this kind of boundary that she's not going to be around my kids very long. I will take them with me to drop things off and visit her, but I've kind of stopped picking her up and bringing her to the house. I just can't risk her getting in one of these moods where she wants to yell and curse and get angry, and yeah, you're not doing that around my children. I refuse to let them be exposed to what I was exposed to, and so I've created that boundary, and I've told her, if you act this way around the children, you're just not going to be around them. And that's the boundary. And she, got upset. She didn't like that, but I have to tell her the truth, and I have to, because her memory's off, I have to kind of remind her of that too. And thank God she really hasn't. It's the craziest thing. When I was a kid, if I tried jumping on her, she would probably curse me out. And now as a grandmother, I saw my son try to jump on her, and like, kind of like, she's like a mountain. He's climbing on her, and I'm just like cringing because I'm like, she would flip out if I did that to her when I was a kid. And she just let him play. I'm like, oh, okay. So I don't know if this dementia setting in has changed her in that sense. But I will say she's still very much, very narcissistic when it comes to me. So setting your boundaries with your narcissist, it's not easy. But this is also going to help you heal and feel better and stronger. I'd really love to speak with I actually did messaging with a young girl that is questioning, whether her mother is a narcissist or not. And, I just would love to talk to more younger women that are just realizing it, because I really didn't fully realize until maybe my late 20s, early 30s for sure. And now realize, it's hitting hard in early 30s. And then I've talked to other women that are in their 40s and 50s, and they just realized it. They just put the pieces together, and they're getting educated on it. So, it's like, I will compare it to like a disease, cancer. The early intervention is what's best. So finding out and learning, educating yourself is what's going to help you. And I will mentally think of putting body armor on myself, and you got your helmet and a weapon, and maybe not a weapon, full body armor so that you're protected. And yes, protect every part of your body, right? Body armor mentally is you educating yourself and setting boundaries. Educate yourself about narcissistic abuse and how to heal and deal with it, is what's going to help you. Connecting with others, especially people that have been through similar trials, is what's going to help. But even people that haven't, it's like it's kind of eye-opening to speak with friends that have no idea and have never been through anything like this. And it kind of validates how you're feeling. Like, oh, your parents let you eat when you were a kid? Oh, okay. Nice. That's not how we were raised. It's very interesting talking to people that have and haven't been through similar events. I love learning about it. It's just so interesting to me, to learn about mental health in general. But then I look back and can piece things together. I have terminology and validation for so much, and it helps tremendously. So those connections, connecting with others is, I looked this up, the importance of connection. Connecting with others is crucial for overall well-being, boosting happiness, reducing stress, improving mental and physical health, and even increasing longevity by providing support, a sense of purpose, and buffering against serious illnesses like depression, heart disease, and dementia. I will say that's very, very important, is connecting with others. Time alone is important too, don't get me wrong. I need those moments as well. But speaking and hanging out with friends and neighbors, we're blessed with incredible neighbors. is so helpful for me, and I would say helpful for anyone it could be. I also, when I do have that time for alone time of my being by myself, I would recommend baths. Whether you're male, female, whatever you identify as, these baths, I found these Fluid bath salts that they're specified for anxiety. I'll put those in the notes too, to look it up if you'd like and try it. Bath salts that specialize in anxiety. It's very nice to just take that, even if it's just 10-15 minutes to soak in the bath, and then I can settle down and relax, and we read a book, we pray, and I can actually fall asleep very peacefully. And my faith has also been a huge factor in healing and getting through anything that I need to get through. Whether you believe in God, the universe, wherever you believe in, have faith in something, that there's a power bigger than you that is helping you get through life and guiding you. And this is something that helps so much. For me, praying to God, praying with my kids and I pray for peace and love in our hearts and our minds, and drown out any negativity or evil energy. And again, like I spoke about in the last episode, I just want to be a positive light, a good healing energy, and I want to bring that to anyone I'm around, and that's what I keep in this home with my family. It's important to really think about, go through this list, look up even more you can. I'm sure there's so many that I didn't even discuss today, but establish your routine of what helps you feel better and stay better, and stick to it. It's so important to just stay committed and consistently do these things. And if you fall off, don't give up. That's another thing. Just, I didn't do it for the past few days, or I didn't do it yesterday. That's fine. And you make that habit where if you consistently keep it on, it's like now you're like, you can't get through the day without taking that time to do what helps you heal. So next episode, I want to take a deep dive into different mental health conditions that can come from being abused by a narcissist. Please reach out to me if you have any ideas or thoughts. I would love for you to find me on Instagram. I'll also put that in the show notes as well. Find me on Instagram, message me. I'm loving the feedback that I'm getting so far, the positivity and the love. Thank you so much for being here. Thank you so much for reaching out to me. Thank you for listening. Thank you. You're doing this for yourself as well, to help heal and feel better and be a better person for the people around you. It's incredible. And thank you for being here. And I hope that if you haven't reached out, reach out. I'm seeing followers all throughout the United States, which is so cool. And then there's people in Germany listening. Find me, please, because this is so cool. I think Ireland as well. I gotta check it again, because I'm just mind blown that I'm reaching people from all over the world, and I want to continue doing this. Thank you again for being here, and please share this podcast with anyone that you think it can possibly help. Looking forward to seeing you in the next episode. Thank you all. Bye.